rail fans, we didn't know we was in for a surprise, but it's heading this way. We didn't know we was going to see a CSX that had Chesapeake in Ohio. It was quite a thing to see. Up in Augusta, there's a fellow named Railfan Max. He had a video where that same exact engine and combo he had featured in a video clip on his channel, and I happened to see it, and I wrote him and sent him a picture of the one that I saw down here in Cordele. Same engine combo. Real neat stuff. The place that we were shooting from is actually in Cordele. It's called Joe Wright Drive, and of course the water tower, whatever that tower is, I'm not sure exactly. You can tell the railfan platform, if you see it from there, it's to your left. From here we were seeing it to our right, and good safe place to be. It's off the road enough that you don't have to worry about cars and or pedestrians coming up. Really neat place down. Very close, you can see the curve in the straight. A lot of freight, a lot of cars came by that day. It was a lazy afternoon in September, and we were going to do some other things that morning, but the action didn't play out right, so we headed to the old favorite spot up in Cordele, where you're always guaranteed to see a locomotive pulling some freight. 25 mile an hour is the speed limit at this point, and it's still a nice speed. It's not like when you're standing this close to a 55 mile an hour train, but it's a good spot. I encourage you, if you're in Cordele, it's right around the corner from the rail plan platform. There's a couple other good spots too. They give you a different angle from things. And just always a productive place to go. Fan of wheel squeal, this is probably not a good spot for you. It's not quite as bad as down at Callahan, where the track goes from the main line down to Baldwin. There, I encourage you, if you're ever in that spot, wear earplugs, because it's constant. Lots of freight in those container boxes heading southbound. They'll end up in Waycross before they go on down, more than likely towards to Jacksonville, to the intermodal freight yard. Why this freight train crept up on us and is coming so slow, but we found out shortly that there was a Norfolk Southern that was headed through, and they had to pull up and stop, and at one point they were too close to the interlock, so they had to back up a little bit. We heard that on the scanner, that the guy had to back his engine and train up just a bit so that it wouldn't put the electrical circuits in play that let it know that there's something there. A little over my head sometimes on how they control all this stuff, but at the same time it was pretty neat. Always kind of neat sound to hear brakes when they're locking and train cars are stopping. And it's also an awesome sound to hear them when they pull apart and all the knuckles come get tight. The red flashing light means stop, and that's what they're doing. train horn that you can hear in the distance is actually the Norfolk Southern train that's coming through. And it was really neat. We weren't sure exactly how long we was going to be stopped here, but at the same time, it was a lazy afternoon, and this is what we like to do. It's always interesting to see the truck and wheel assemblies as they roll by, and I find when a train has stopped or is close to stopping that somehow that draws my attention to the wheels and watching as they come by slow. Once the Norfolk Southern train got by, they have to give him about 5 minutes, and they were on the way. And it doesn't take very long for a train to get its speed back up. Well, I have to say my hat is off to the engineers who control these huge trains and locomotives with so much power. It's more of a dangerous job than people understand, I think. I think the only thing we really think about is derailment, but there's a lot of things they have to consider during weather, when it's hot and cold, the amount of load they have, the type of cars they have on, the physics that are involved in keeping this train upright has a lot to do with that engineer and how he controls his motion. It is very complex, and again, my hat is off to all the guys and gals that run these trains. It's a funny thing to see a car that has Sheol on it, because most people stopped at a railroad crossing while a 2-mile train go by is in their own type of hell. Not the rail fan, we just love it. The sound of the DPU as it comes by in its own roar in the middle of the consist. Beautiful sound. And I'd like to say now that I would really appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, and share these videos. That helps us out, and we appreciate you watching. We appreciate coming back to the channel and seeing what we post. It's not at a monetary stage at this point, but we do it because we like it. We like the fun of getting out and just seeing these freight trains. And we have the extra thing too, is seeing the countryside that we drive through and meeting people in different places that we go. It's positive. So we'll keep doing it, and if you'll keep watching it, we'll keep making them. Thanks again.